better at 2K? Let's just make it real clear. Let's make it real clear for the people.
Ask Mark what the series is right now.
I mean, he got me in this series right now, but if you ask me, I think I'm definitely better at 2K for sure.
Okay, I mean,
so
I got Madden though, no questions asked.
Okay,
he go on a little run in Madden. You know, he started doing a little different things. You know, he feeling big headed. I get it. You know, it's all good. But hey.
That's fine. I love that it was like, okay, he got me right there. That's cool. No problem. That's all right. Okay, this is not Megan approved. Okay, when it comes to talking about our nutrition, she would not approve of this. But I need to know. Let's say it's 2 a.m. Why you're out at 2 a.m., we don't know. We know Coach Sweeney says don't nothing good happen around those hours. But if you're at Waffle House at 2 o'clock in the morning, what is the Waffle House order?
I already know. I'm getting a hash brown bowl with chicken, with extra chicken, and add eggs to it and cheese.
Okay.
I'm getting an all-star special, 4 eggs, sausage, regular toast, regular waffle, hash browns.
Yeah, for me, I'm definitely getting a hash brown bowl with sausage. Put some syrup in there, and I'm gonna give me a side pancake for sure.
Okay, yeah. I had to say Waffle House because I just can't do any of the other like late night places. Like I'm not going to Taco Bell.
What about Cookout?
You don't like Cookout?
I don't like Cookout.
Cookout.
What are you getting at Cookout?
I mean, I get the big double burger. You got to get the big double burger. I mean, the milkshakes are off the chain there too.
Okay. I mean, I've not had one of those in a long time, but I would go for, that would probably be all that I eat.
Yeah.
At Cookout, I mean.
Cookout's good.
But we are all hopefully saying no to Taco Bell. Like as a collective group.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go there.
I can't do it.
They're in Wendy's. Yeah, I can't mess with them.
No, he be hating on Wendy's. Wendy's is top 5 fast food.
Really?
Yes.
That is a crazy statement.
Okay.
Especially in Clemson.
Count them off then. Count them off. In Clemson, where are you going in order? From best
All restaurants?
fast food.
Fast foods. Number 1, Chick-fil-A. Is Chipotle fast food?
We can count it. That's fine.
No, I won't count it. Number 2, McDonald's. Number 3, Wendy's. Cookout. And is that 5?
That was 4. Unless you count Chipotle, but you threw it out.
No Chipotle. I mean, that's really my favorites.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're going Chick-fil-A. What was your second one?
Chick-fil-A,
McDonald's. That blew me. What?
Wendy's, Cookout.
Are y'all eating McDonald's? No, I can't do that. Oh, Marcus, you.
I mean, I can't deny. I mean, it's reliable here.
Tell
in
on yourself what you ordering from McDonald's.
I just feel like if you here in Clemson, you know how these fast food chains are. I feel like Chick-fil-A and McDonald's are the most reliable place in terms of what they got.
It's about reliability at this point.
100%.
Megan, we're sorry. They don't do that often. We want to make that clear. This is not something that's happening often, but we had to get it out. Let's talk about coaches. All right, you guys have some of the best coaches, of course, in the country. Marcus, we'll start with you. Talk about Coach Luke. Talk about what it's like to sit in meetings, to work with him on the field, what he brings to your group. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, shout out Coach Luke. One thing with Coach Luke, when you're in the meeting with him, like he's very intense. Even in the meeting on the field, it's not really a different person. More or less, just he's doing different things. One thing about him is he's ready to correct all your wrongs all the time. Like that's his big thing. He's not gonna focus too much on you doing good, and he'll show it because he knows he has to. But he's big on correcting things. He sees things a certain way, and you just got to try to get on the same level with him. And I think for us as an O-line, it's really going to push us to be better because I think the standard that he has, that he holds himself to, if we rise to that, I think our line is going to be a much better room. Being in the room with him, he's just very smart. He has a lot of knowledge, and I think a lot of us guys are benefiting from being in the room with him these past 4 months. Another thing with Coach Luke, when we get on the field, I just feel for me as a player, like I just don't want to disappoint him. Like I want to do well while I'm out there. I want to make him proud. I want him to be proud of what he has on the field out there. And I think that's been the biggest thing I seen with all the offensive linemen. It's just we all really want to play for him. He brings that passion every day. It's consistent and it's genuine. It never really seems like he's forcing anything. And he just and his demand, the way he demands us to do things right, I think it's been huge for us this spring. And I'm excited to see how it carries over as we get into the season.
Jake, Coach Sweeney says that tight ends have to know the whole offense like quarterbacks do. Mm-hmm. Speak to maybe the learning curve of being a tight end, and then of course also talking about Coach Richardson as well.
Yeah, I think the learning curve is bigger than people realize. When you see a tight end, a lot of people just think of the tight end in the pass game and how he's used in that aspect. But I think especially to me, when I came in as a freshman, I was highly recruited. I thought I was going to come in here, be able to play, be able to help the team out, whatever. But then that was not how I went at all. So I think just being able to really take a step back, having a lot of veteran guys in the room, Braden, Davis, Luke Price, guys like that had been here for a while, played the position for a while, kind of just being able to take a step back and realize I don't know everything and I got a lot to learn. And just being able to, those guys did a really good job for me, just taking me under their wing and being able to help me out, whether it was in the meeting room, on the field, after practice, something like that. So I think the hardest part about being a tight end is the knowledge of the game you have to have, and just being able to dissect the defense in two different capacities, the run game and the pass game, and being able to see how you match up against different positions on defense. Sometimes you could be lined up on a nickel. Sometimes you could be digging out a defensive end. Those are two very different defensive players. So I think that just speaks more to the body type you have to have, the strengths you have to have, and the style of play you have to play with. But I think that's a huge thing. And then just being able to learn the playbook, not even counting the defense, just going on air, being able to learn all the run calls, the offensive line calls, calls you got to make with the tackles, calls they're making that affect what you got to do. Also, on the flip side, the pass game, knowing everything the receivers are doing, how we fit into the route concept, how your route can open up somebody else, and kind of just being able to learn how to play within the system. And I think that's been another cool thing about Coach Riley coming here in the air raid system that he's brought, is kind of just how everybody plays their role, and then the offense explodes from there. I think your job it's a one-man. You control your 1/11th on the field, but I think when everybody does their job, you can kind of just see it explode. And then what you're saying, I guess Coach Richardson, he's been great. When he first got the job after my freshman year, I was kind of like, Coach Rich, kind of just hesitant about him coming in. It was going through it would have been my second coaching change since I had just been here in 1 year. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of caught off guard, kind of confused, wondering, is Clemson the place for me? Is this what God had planned for me, and everything like that? Kind of just thinking a lot. But Coach Rich has been nothing but great for me. He got the job right after my freshman year, like I said, and from the very first day down at the bowl game, Cheez-It Bowl, he challenged me. I think that's one of the biggest things. He's just always challenging me, always pushing me, and he always he puts he asked me what my goals are. Boom, boom, told him, and then he kind of just reminds me of that every day. Reminds me of that every opportunity he has. Kind of just keep pushing me to be better. How can you lead these dudes? You got to do this better, and then how everything plays off each other. And I think the biggest thing that he's told me is just consistency. He wants me to be consistent day in and day out, and kind of just going into this spring, kind of just trying to fully commit to being consistent, do that on a regular basis, and kind of just seeing where our room in general and kind of my own career, I guess, has really taken off. I think that's nothing but him and how he's coached me. And I think with the on-the-field stuff, I think he does a really good job in the meeting rooms, using the Just Play app, using the technology that we have to kind of really, as hard as it is to learn how to play tight end, it really kind of makes it easy to adjust, easy to understand. So it's not just so much information at once right in your face, but he does a good job breaking it down and teaching us. So I think he does a really good job game planning, getting us prepared to play. I think he's done a really good job for me.
And Phil, obviously you have an opportunity to be coached by a Clemson great. we're heading into what we call, the transformation phase, right, for this late spring, early summer situation here at Clemson. Talk a little bit about how Coach Spiller helps lead you and your entire, position group from a coaching standpoint.
Oh, yeah, Coach Spiller's a legend around here, and, he's been nothing but great when he got the job. And one thing I'm just truly appreciative for him, just the man he is, and just how humble he is and the way he comes to work every day. You could just really tell that why he was able to get to the success that he had. And you could really tell that he cares about us. He always starts off our meetings with a devotional, and, we just talk about life. And, it's just bigger than football with him. And that's just one thing I love about him. And, he's going to hold us accountable. We tell him our goals and our daily goals, and he's going to hold us to that. If we're not feeling like doing that, he's going to tell us that, you had these goals, and I'm just trying to allow you to be great. He wants us to be consistent, and it's one thing I really love about him.
All right, before we wrap up, I need to know what we are going to expect to see you guys from a fit situation on game day this coming year. Like, what's the extras? What you putting on? I've had a chance to sit down with a lot of people that think that they bring the most drip, the most swag to game day. And so what are we going to see you in? Let all the fans know. So,
I mean, they got it at this point. For me, honestly, I kind of got a unique way to dress and unique style. I like big person drip, so like tall people. I see what LeBron wears. I like what LeBron wears. I kind of just try to fit into my own style and what I can afford in my closet. So I think on game day, definitely go come in the suit. But I think the shoes is gonna be.
That's what we need to look. Yeah. We need to look for the shoes. Yeah. Okay, we're looking for the shoes with Jake, Marcus.
That's tough. I'm pretty solid. I just wear like a lot of solid colors most of the time. So most of my suits it'd just be like one color. But I was thinking, a little bit more boss, like in the 80s, 90s, big old coat, stuff like that. I might try that out this year. So some big boots, but we gonna see. But for the most part, I'm usually just with a solid color.
We'll be looking out for a little switch up in the swag situation. We'll be checking it out. Chill, Phil.
Yeah, for me, I keep it pretty classy. I either wear dress shoes, just and a suit, regular suit, or just switch it up. Maybe wear some sneakers. But one thing I've been trying to do this year, working on, is getting a blazer that's like African print, style. So that would be cool. So I say to look out for that.
We can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see all the drip drop. I'm looking forward to it. And I had such a good time sitting down with you guys and talking with y'all today. Before we roll out, final shout out. This has to be like non-coaching staff member. So this is somebody from academics that helps, nutrition, any, training room. Who's your final shout out of the day?
My final shout out go to Michael Tang. He helps me a lot in the treatment room, gets me right, helps me with balance work, just anything I need. And just shout out to him. I want to tell him keep doing him, and he's going to be great.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to give a huge shout out to Alex Bina. That's my man's right there. Every day in the castle, just taking care of me, make sure that I feel good when I go in there feeling sore. And just really the relationship that we have, man. Big shout out to you, man. I really appreciate our relationship.
For me, I would just say shout out to Chef Chris down in the bistro. He knows everybody on the team's name. Anytime you walk into the building, he'll say, like for me, I walk in and say, "Bring stool," something like that. And he's just always got a positive attitude, always asking how your day is going, always just being a light within the bistro, just you're just going to come get some food, sit down, eat. And he always finds a way to brighten your day, so shout out to him.
Well, there you have it, folks. From your host, Daja Davidson, from your guest, Phil, Jake, and Marcus. We'll hopefully see you on the next episode of Two Right Turns. We'll see you then.